Have you ever been abroad? Either by plane, soaring through the cloud, or by train, chugging along trucks? Have you ever sunk yourself into a brand new world, surrounded by unfamiliar sights and sounds? You find it struggling to decipher a language vastly different from yours. Some people do, some people don't. For me, I want to, but I never get to. Either because of time or because of money. Moreover, I am surrounded by two imposing linguistic giants, English and Chinese. One is spoken by the most amount of people, another has the most native speakers. Therefore, as the majority, I often get bored with the mutable life and the culture that I cannot be more familiar with. Then, I started to learn languages. Have some fun. But when I get deeper and deeper into it, things begin to change. I find it way more interesting than I previously thought. Let me give you some examples. Languages serve as conduits of culture, intricately intertwined with history and traditions. Let's look at the adjective sounds. A peculiar feature existed in only 20% of the world's languages, just like this. These sounds, forced by forcibly expelling the air out of your mouth, hold a fascinating history within them. But the main question is, why do we have these sounds? Let's look at the map. Seems a mess, right? But if you're good at geography, you can see Caucasian mountains are there, the Andes mountains are there, the Rocky Mountains, the South African Plateau, the Abyssinian Plateau, they are all there. So, things must be related to mountains, right? The answer lies on altitude. On high altitude regions where breathing can be arduous, so people invented these squeezing sounds as a way to conserve air and oxygen. Remember, you don't have to go there. Whenever it is, wherever you are, you can always learn new languages. Languages do not end with sounds. Words themselves can also show connections between cultures. For example, Ainu people use these potters to make hot pots in Ainu, ohau. So potters are called ohau hina. While all other Slavic languages use the word git for whales, Western Slavic branches, such as Kashubian, uses the word wilgwater for whales, literally meaning big fish. The coincidence with the Germanic word wallfish shows the connection and the intercommunication of these two ethnic groups in history. Moreover, in the vocabulary of the Tamazight language clearly wrote a history book. In turn, throughout the history, Punic, Latin, Arabic, French, they have more or less showcased the most unique features of the era into the vocabulary of this language. Moreover, the realm of languages extends far beyond the living tongues. It reaches all the way to the ancient languages. For instance, Yalan, a very tiny language used in Tierra del Fuego, became extinct in 2022. But the word Mamishapinatapai gives us a language which the word means a glance with each other that both of us want to do a thing, but no one will start first. Or, in the ancient Egyptian language, the hieroglyph Ka looks like people's two hands pointing upward, means the spirit, which makes everyone unusual. But when a cow-like figure follows behind it, the whole thing means an ox. Could you imagine? When the ancient Egyptian culture once exposed to the modern society for the first time, The pyramids and the hieroglyphs may be the only path for historians to discover these secrets burying history for long. Now, did you feel the subtle traces left by various cultures over time? If yes, then congratulations. You have found a convenient and useful time machine. The time machine is language. So from now on, try to love these languages. Try to explore. Try to excavate. From now on, it's never too late. Last year, I went to Huangsha in Hunan. It is the first time, although I have been studying different languages for long, for me to discover that Hmong language so deeply. In fact, Hmong is not a big language. Hmong is not a small language. It is used by more than 6 million people. And considering it is a dialect continent, which means it is made up of various dialects. Dialects close with each other, have very little differences, and as the geographical location increases, the degree of intercommunication decreases. So, even strictly talking about the Western Hunan Hmong dialect, there are still over 1 million speakers. However, it did not get enough attention as it should be. In total, there are over 7,000 languages in the world, and over 1/3 of them has only less than 1,000 speakers. Indeed, Hmong stands as a testament to the rich tapestry of the world language, but it also shows the fragility of the world linguistic diversity in the face of globalization. I went there originally for teaching support, so most of the students I met are primary school students or secondary school students, ranging in age from 7 to 8 years old to 12 to 13 years old. They all speak Chinese in the classroom. They speak Chinese with their teachers, so do with each other. So, deeply influenced by Chinese, only 20 to 30% of their vocabulary are made up of Hmong language. In contrast, older speakers, like 50 years old or 60 years old speakers, have these statistics for 70 to 80%. So, problems also appear on their phonetics. They have lost many of their unique phonetic features. For instance, they have mixed ovular sounds with velar sounds. In other words, they have blended k and ka into one. In fact, Hmong is being swallowed up. It is being swallowed up by the mainstream culture and the mainstream languages. Hmong is only an example. According to UNESCO, there are over 40% of the world's languages that are on the brink of extinction. Fortunately, many organizations and many individuals are actively helping them. There are many informations online, including books, lessons, audios, and videos. They do not only teach those big languages like English, Chinese, or French, but also those lesser known languages like Irish, Tuva, or Lakota. So back to the scene. Languages as a culture time machine not only takes people to places where we cannot personally go to, but also takes us back to when we cannot trace back to. So let us hear the call of the culture time machine, and not only treat languages as a tool of communication, but also as portals to worlds both ancient and real. In a world where every fortnight sees the extinction of one language, our mission is clear: to stand as the guardian of the world linguistic diversity and to ensure that voices from the past are never silenced and the stories from the ancient are never forgotten. For in the tapestry of the human language, each thread is precious. Each word is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Therefore, I'm here to call you, on you and me, on everyone who loves languages, to build the culture time machine, not only to bring us back, but to bring the past flourishing cultures to the present. Thank you.